Welcome back to the Fit Minute Podcast, where we talk all things health, fitness, and lifestyle. I hope you enjoy the show. Welcome back to this week's Fit Tip. I'm your host, Gabby Mazar, and on this week's episode, we're going to talk about food sensitivities and how food sensitivities can affect your immune system and also weight loss. So if you have ever felt uncomfortable, like gas, bloating, diarrhea, and it comes and goes with food, you don't really know what causes it, and it just kind of is there, you could have food sensitivities. So food sensitivities it's an immune reaction. It's an immune response. So what happens is it increases cortisol. It can cause gut inflammation, and that can cause you to have a reaction in the body that causes you to gain weight or to lose weight, but just not to be right. So food sensitivities can impact your ability to lose weight, can also impact your ability to gain weight as well. So if you're trying to do those things, if you're having diarrhea all the time, if you are bloated all the time, if you're not able to eat, or if you're craving certain foods, that could be a big issue. So food sensitivities are something a lot of people experience but don't even know. So the difference between a food allergy and a food sensitivity is that allergies have a rapid onset. So let's say you are allergic to nuts and you eat nuts, immediately you're going to see a response. Whereas with a food sensitivity, you have a delayed response. So if you have a sensitivity to eggs, like myself, which I actually don't really anymore. I do sometimes, most times I don't, but I did have a very bad reaction to eggs for a while. And if I would eat them, it would cause me to have within a few hours to not feel great. So we don't need to get into details, but I will just say it was not good. And it took me a while to realize that it was the eggs that was causing this problem. Now, what exactly caused that problem? Probably a lot of stress. At that time, I was under a lot of stress, and I ate a lot of eggs at the time. So I was eating probably 18 eggs in about a week and a half, and that was my main source of protein. So there were quite a things at play right there. So also, an allergic reaction is going to be brief, so it can be taken care of quickly. So obviously, if you have an allergy to nuts, you take a shot or Benadryl, and that is going to go away fairly quickly, whereas a sensitivity could take days to get through your system. It could take a while for you to even realize that you're having this bloating, you're having these issues as well. An allergy can happen in small amounts. So just, some dust of some nuts or breathing it into your nostrils might set you off. Whereas a sensitivity, it depends. It could be a super small amount. For me, I could have eggs and things and be completely fine, but also I didn't notice it. So there could have been a reaction. I just didn't know. But if I would eat a whole egg, that's when I would notice. But also awareness. If you have an allergy, you are aware you are having an allergy, which you can't deny, instead of a sensitivity where you rarely do recognize that you are having a reaction to whatever you're eating. So that is kind of the differences between the two, and something you do need to understand. Now do understand that I am not a doctor, so I cannot diagnose you with these things. These are just things that I know from my own personal experience, from what I have learned in the business, from what I have learned from the doctors that I have around me. So always consult with a physician if you are feeling any of these things. Do not take my word as gold. Always go to a physician. You can find out these things through a skin test or through blood tests. You want to go and do those things so you can find out what you're sensitive to and what things you need to eliminate from your diet. With an allergy, you need to eliminate those things. With the sensitivity, you can eliminate those things doing an elimination diet, and then you might be able to slowly add those things back in the future. So if you can do a really restrictive diet, you can slowly add those things back in, and you may be able to eat them if you reset. Maybe your gut biome needs to be reset. If you have leaky butt, oh boy, leaky gut. No, not leaky butt. You can't reset that. If you have leaky gut, that could be a cause of your food sensitivity. So that may be something you need to address. So if you are doing the elimination diet, that may be able to help you with the leaky gut and fix that, which may eliminate those food sensitivities in the first place. So taking care of those things and understanding that there may be underlying issues as to why you have those food sensitivities in the first place, and understanding that you should take care of those things. Obviously, if you have a food allergy, that's something that you're just not going to be able to have. People that are lactose intolerant, they really shouldn't be having cheese. They really shouldn't be having lactose, because it is going to make them sick. If you're allergic to nuts, if you're allergic to strawberries, if you're allergic to those things, you do want to stay away from those things because they can be deadly. Whereas with the sensitivity, it's probably not going to be deadly. Again, I'm not a doctor, so don't don't just go out and shove your mouth full of something that you think might kill you. But always consult with your doctor, and always make sure that you have a plan of action to take care of your body and take care of your gut. And you do want to be able to eat the things that you want to eat. So make sure that you take care of that. Make sure you go see your doctor if you feel uncomfortable, you feel bloated, you feel gassy, and you're having diarrhea here and there and you just can't figure out why. So figure out your food sensitivities. That is something that a lot of people have and really don't know why. And if you're having trouble losing weight and you're still eating, you think you're eating the right things, you might be eating the right things, but there are things that your body just can't handle or just can't process, or maybe your gut just isn't in the right place. So please reach out if you feel you have any questions, or if you need to reach out to a doctor. I do have resources there for you. So you can find more fit tips from me on Destination Fit Tips or destinationfitcations.com. And please remember, your health is a destination, is not a destination. Your health is very important, and it's someplace you always need to be. So thank you for listening, and we will see you all next week.